Like,
He ran out the way.
Ran out the back of the end zone. Yo. Dan Orlovsky, like, how do you even have a say?
How?
How do you even have a
Yo,
say?
I would have made sure you run out the back of the end zone.
That's your
You
play.
never get a say
You never get a say in
yo.
anything to me. Like, I didn't play in the NFL either, so you can cook me all you want, but that play happened. I remember that.
Yo, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up,
Huddle up.
huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up,
Huddle up.
huddle up.
Huddle up.
We got episode 29 of the Ravens Huddle.
Yes,
Currently
indeed.
the postseason reviews. Yeah, you got your boy Mike.
You got your boy Rich, man.
Got Zay in the bag, man. Yeah.
We back, baby.
And y'all know why we here, bro.
Always lots.
We here to, this ain't hate, bro. This is logic, yo. We got to talk about the MVP snub, yo.
It caused a lot of ruckus online.
Are y'all
yo.
serious,
Good God.
bro? I honestly would have rather him give it to Saquon Barkley over you, bro.
I can't say that.
I wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
I
been
knew
mad.
he was going to be at minimum the second place one. I really thought Lamar was
No,
going to
he
win.
did throw a lot of touchdowns.
As you see, I'm going to always be biased for my boy, but literally, they said, I think since like dude, the stat is crazy.
21 seasons.
Yo, it was like 20 plus seasons that he led in so many categories. It was ridiculous.
So first of all,
all pro.
this is the first time in mad long that a first team all pro quarterback lost an MVP to another quarterback that was clearly not first team.
No.
So that happened, and this is the first time in history where a quarterback with that quarterback rating is a top 5 quarterback rating has never won the MVP. Anytime you're in that high, like over 150, whatever it is, 112 or something like that, I think like a 115, somewhere in that range, every quarterback has always won the MVP.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yo.
Like
They said Lamar is like 1 of 5 this season that threw over 40 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Like 4 interceptions.
and most of them was phony.
Yeah.
And
The most important one wasn't though.
This is the wildest thing.
We appreciate y'all huddling up with us. Continue to like, rate, and subscribe.
Yes, indeed. And please tell a friend and tell a friend. Share this everywhere.
Yeah, as of right now, like. Everything else is great.
Like it.
And we want you to do all of that, but liking helps us out if you want to see more content.
It's free to do, man.
It
Yes,
helps
sir.
spread the word.
Peace. Touchdowns. Like, that's the only thing that I could think.
I'm gonna put
That's
like
the only thing that I
pushes?
could think that was like the reason that he won.
So the 2 names that have been highlighted that voted because it was a close race.
yeah, it was super close race.
I'm putting names on it. First of all, let me just say this. I said this before. Is I don't even care. I just want Lamar to win at this point. I care a little bit because it's the
absolutely.
disrespectful.
Yeah,
it's
it's disrespectful.
But at
because
this
it was
point, it's
Lamar
just
that
like they're gonna
season.
do what they're gonna do, yo. Like
Yeah.
Dan Orlovsky and Emmanuel Acho, the explanations were so like, come on. They were laughing at the table, multiple people, when Dan Orlovsky was, because this is what's so crazy. Dan Orlovsky was a person that voted for Lamar at his first team and then voted, what's the name, as the MVP. It literally, then when he was trying to explain it, he was stumbling and fumbling, trying to explain it, sounding crazy.
Cause yo,
They was like they was laughing at him like you sound crazy, yo.
yeah, cause I get if you like him as a player more, but he didn't play better, yo.
I'm gonna put it like this because I think we touched on it before. He shouldn't, and this is not an overreaction. He should not be allowed to vote for MVP. And I say that, and I said it before this moment when he said, with 3 weeks left in the season, the MVP race is over. You're not just a fan or somebody watching or what its name or analyst. You're a voter. When you say that and there's 3 games left on the table, your bias is at such a high level, you're super compromised. I mean, it's going to be, everybody's going to be biased to an extent. But when you put it out there like that, and he knew it sounded crazy because he, within that week, I think, apologized and was like, my bad. Because it should have been more of an uproar.
Yeah.
That's wild. That means
If you are a voter.
it didn't matter what you put you tuck your vote in your pocket and said it's over, which is ridiculous. It was 3 weeks theoretically because we're playing trash teams. Josh Allen should not have lost any games, but anything could have. The Ravens still could have got the 2nd seed.
Yeah.
So right then and there, like, and then his explanation, and then voting him first team. He shouldn't be allowed to vote anymore. And that is egregious.
And them just excusing Josh Allen for that first performance against the Ravens. Early in the season, if Lamar did that against him,
Josh Allen had that game when he was like 9 for 31.
yeah.
So from what I could see, a lot of people put weight on what I was saying as far as the wins, the rushing touchdowns, but also what was the other one that they were? Oh, the fact that he didn't have any quote unquote weapons. And that is so frustrating to me, yo, because I just remember the talk beforehand. I remember the only reason those guys that we have that were our quote unquote weapons were all pros was because of Lamar Jackson.
Solely because of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry.
Do you think they would have been all pros without him? Like, what are y'all talking about?
Gotta stay honest with them two on the field.
You can just look at. I hate to just bring this up as a stat. I know for a guaranteed fact, no one thought Derrick Henry was going to do what he did this year.
Yeah,
not a single soul.
Lamar freed that one up.
I can't. I would be almost confident in saying that even Derrick Henry didn't say that he was going to do what he did this year.
Nobody thinks.
I think when we were speaking either on the episode or off the episode, I was like, we would like hope if he got 1,200 yards.
I didn't want him to be crazy.
That would have been. We would have, bro.
I had no clue he was going to be as healthy as he was,
Yes.
but again. The wide receiver chatter. I remember that. Y'all were telling us about how we needed to get a premier receiver. Now we have too many weapons?
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. Like, y'all moving this goalpost crazy.
It's another thing
Lamborghini with
pointed out is another hypocritical scenario with that. They were like, Lamar didn't rush as much this year. First, they didn't like him for rushing. Then he became like the greatest passer, arguably like top 5 of all time this year, with 1,000 yards. And he didn't run more because he had almost Pro Bowl level, the second best running back in the league definitively. Him and Saquon and then the rest of them. That's really what it was, yo.
Exactly what it is.
Like, why do you think Lamar didn't have as many rushing touchdowns?
Derrick Henry is the first QB. I mean, first, my bad. Excuse me. First running back to hit 1,900 twice ever.
Yeah.
And he did it 30 and beyond. That tells you how valuable Lamar Jackson
Lamar's
is.
a threat. Yo,
bro,
you gotta respect him, 'cause he
nobody
can
in
take
their
the ball
right
and go.
mind would have guessed 1,900 yards.
nobody.
And Derrick Henry, we talked about a few of them games. If they would have just handed him the ball, he would have had 2,000.
Easily.
Yeah, it was a couple of weird games we lost where it just was like they stopped running them after the first
he
half.
Ran it like 11 times against the Steelers.
Or he'd
the
have
first time
like
we
78 yards with like 8 carries and then
Don't
they
make
like,
sense.
yo, we just not gonna
Anytime he was sub like 90 yards, we lost. Or we were under 500.
Why would you not run
We were
him?
undefeated when he was over
First
90
off,
yards.
when he's running at a DB, it's not even hurting him like that. You feel me? Like he lowered a boom.
But we got getting back to the point of what I was saying, of just bringing it back to
Lamar,
Lamar Jackson. Voters fatigue. What I really loved about all of this scenario is I'm assuming Lamar Jackson must have got word, or he was just so locked in the fact that he didn't show up.
Yeah.
I'm happy he ain't been showing up to the Pro Bowl, none of this stuff.
Yeah.
I want them all locked in. I want him specifically, next year, we got Monken coming back, fam.
And Lamar, I see the passion in your eyes. Let the beast out the cage this year. Zay said it. It's insanity at this point for you to be this great and not have it. Scream on everybody, yo. Every time, yo. Especially, I'm sorry to say it, he can't be a sourpuss about it and just not go away from the game plan. But call dudes out when they doing lame stuff, bro. You not in the big game, yo.
I think being more verbal, but I also so I think he does need to be more verbal when little mistakes.
Yo, Tom Brady used to be checking his team. Yeah.
But I think
Coaches and everybody.
I think around it, even at press conferences, I actually think he should just be a little lighter. I think it's that weight is getting a little heavy. And I think they should just, because this year they didn't like the feeling, everything was locked in, and I just think, just relax a little bit, yo.
Yeah,
be nice.
you been there, yo. You can do
Keep
it.
Keep it easy. But when, like you said, on some Tom Brady stuff, when some of them unexcusable mistakes, because sometimes Lamar, he's been more vocal, but he's still cool. Like sometimes, you got to cut that out, and he's got to cut out the. I believe
Jordan wasn't nice to people.
Yo.
Jordan wasn't nice to people, yo.
He's gonna get it done, yo. It's just
I want him to so bad, yo. This year
he's gonna get it done.
felt worse than last year because I feel like everything was clicking.
Nah.
What makes it so frustrating this year?
For me,
No, last year was great, but once we found the defense,
I think
was
last
really
year
hard to
everybody
beat.
assumed.
Well, last year was our year to win. That was
I feel
what
like
we
everybody thought that was.
that was our year to win because
win,
our defense was OD, our offense was OD. We should have won last year, but this year, I think what makes it so frustrating is the fact that we were able to climb back with the defense kind of looking totally different after those first like 7 or 8 games or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then
10 maybe.
to just 10 maybe
It's around
10 plus
roughly.
games then. But to hand it to that guy, bro. Just to lose to that guy was the crushing.
No, that was the
blow,
bad
bro.
part. Losing.
That was the issue, bro. Like
It didn't suck because like he did nothing.
he did nothing.
And a part of
Like,
that is not turning the ball over. You got to give him that. But that's what made me mad with the defense because it's just
Yeah,
like,
but
yo,
Trent
make
Dilfer
a
did that.
play. Just make a play. Y'all got too many guys who are Pro Bowlers and all pros for y'all not to make one play, yo. That was my only issue with it. It's like you got to come through for your guy on the other side because he's fighting at the end of the game and bringing y'all back. Like somebody need to strip that ball. Somebody need to get an interception. That was my only thing. Why it was a team effort all the way around. It was a lot of blame to place on a lot of people. Of course, the most egregious stuff was
89,
Andrews,
baby.
but
Andrews, honestly, yo,
I'm still sour about it, dog.
I expect you to play like a football Dragon Ball Z character if you next year. I don't expect no drops. I want this to be like, cause that was so egregious, yo. Seriously, to me, yo, we could call it out, yo. You lost the game, bro. You can't do that no more. You a vet, yo. Lamar had a bad first half, but your whole game was just like, yo.
You know, that was an
fully.
interesting clip that I saw on, I think it might have been either Twitter or Instagram earlier this week. It was Heap and Pitta talking about what you would do in a scenario. You remember when we went for it when we still had like 8 minutes or so left?
my gosh.
And both Heap and Pitta said they would have kicked that field goal instead of going for it.
Everybody,
It's like
mad, like-
because of you just got to think about like what is going on in the game beforehand. Like I get Tom is still left, and yeah, we do have 2 shots to try to potentially tie it up with this, but momentum and everything that has told us at this point, yo, please kick this field goal. We will drive it down
Get a
again and score
conservative
again.
win.
Yo, there's nothing stopping us from
Just
doing
get a
that.
To me,
conservative
when
one.
your momentum is rolling like that, it's no reason to do too much.
Yeah. It was fascinating
It's-
to hear from old pros that specifically played for the Ravens say something like that because that makes total sense, and it sucks.
It's
Just looking back on
clearly
it.
Yeah,
going.
that was
The
a
only thing you can
annoying
do
game.
is hand momentum back at that point.
Exactly.
That's what we did. That's exactly what we did.
I remember. I'm like, why are they going for 2?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. But I want to talk about Derrick Henry because we was talking about it. Y'all done with that right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely done with that one.
That was pain. That was like a trauma event, low key.
Derrick Henry, huh?
Are we gonna talk? This is kind of a sidebar, and then we can get back in this. Are we gonna talk anything about Tuck at all?
No.
Okay.
Nah, we going
I'm
down.
gonna stay
Gonna
away
let
from
that
that for
happen.
right now. I
For
mean,
the
we gonna have to. If more stuff come out, we gonna keep it real. We gonna keep it real. We
I
ain't
just
one of
hope
them.
not.
We just want to give it some time and let it breathe. Yeah, I mean, we
hope-
ain't gonna duck and dodge nothing. It is what it. You know what I mean?
Hopefully not. yo.
Hopefully not. But hey,
Because that could have
Hopefully
been
not.
ugly if we was in this Super Bowl race right now. We'd have got that.
And then it's like, well, hopefully not, yo.
hopefully not.
Hopefully
let's just
not.
move on because if Steph
Let's lock
comes out,
ass.
we gonna get on that. So
Absolutely.
But Derrick Henry, man, it's nice to hear, and I don't want to take away from his what he's saying, but it is the Lamar effect as well because he can. Derrick Henry talked about how he planned on finishing his career as a Raven.
me so happy.
That is
That's tough.
fantastic.
Almost
to hear.
made me
That's
cry.
tough.
I feel like all the vets when they come here, they love it. Like you see all of
Everybody
these
that
that
plays
spent
for the
3,
Ravens loves
2
Ravens
years, maybe
culture.
4, like dudes that ain't even been here their whole career. They talk about the Ravens, like my man Steve
Steve
Smith,
Smith.
my favorite wide receiver
Bro.
of all time. Yo, you would have thought he played for the Ravens as long as he played for Carolina.
It is or something like
No,
no,
bro, he was
played
not hit.
2 seasons.
Sidebar on that one, I did find out his daughter is a super huge Ravens fan.
That's
so
tough.
he
That's hard.
brings
That's
her
tough.
to all of the games. He just follows her with everything. So I was super honored.
It's hard.
Salute, Steve.
Yes, my guy. But
Legend.
like Derrick Henry, the organization, the city, I know he feel that, yo, and he feel how at least for the next couple years, like the team is close enough where like I don't need to try to bounce around. And I think he wants to get it done with Lamar. He talking about how he's like he met like he thought he was coming to the team to get team. He met like a brother. Like so they clearly got extremely close. And I think he also realizes like, yo, because of this man next like that be in front of me, I was able to get all these yards in my late career, and so much pressure is off
easier
of me.
on both of them, yo.
Yes.
It's like Jordan and Pippen, yo. It's literally like, yo, they gotta respect. Ain't nobody just not looking out for no spot. They gotta be somebody on one of us.
It's way harder for a running back to carry a team than it is than any other position.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine. So that was literally Derrick Henry carrying all them teams down there with the Titans. Come
Carrying
on,
them
yo,
on his
Mariota
back.
and all them guys like that, yo, like yo, Tannehill, like his quarterbacks was
Tannehill.
ridiculous.
He
fam.
got Tannehill paid.
You got Ryan Tannehill, big bucks, fam. Like yo, like he deserves
Ryan
to have
Tannehill, yo.
an electric quarterback, and he has one. He's excited now. I know he knows that we can win. Yo. Every year we know we the best team. Everybody say it. Yo, it's like y'all know y'all was probably the best team. I hate that. You know how angry that makes me. Yo, like
Everybody
I'm
knows we're
sick
the
of
best
that.
team.
I'm sick of that though. Like I don't
Nah,
want
you
to
gotta
keep
get
having
sick of
these
it.
arguments about the MVP. Yo, I want to win the Super Bowl now. I'm tired of that.
That's the issue where you gotta kind of call like, all right. So we've had a great team, great players. What's the one variable that hasn't really changed?
They've been
Joe?
saying it. You know, they've been saying it since the beginning. I think since
like,
we've
yo,
been
we
doing
had
this.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna even
You
front.
have.
I ain't gonna front.
You've been
Even if-
saying this since the top.
And I said what's gonna happen
But
again
I
is
ain't going front. If Belichick had teams this good,
I think we would have won at least.
bro,
two.
we would have at least won like 2 or 3 times, yo.
I keep saying,
I
yo.
agree, yo.
And I said before the season I think started, the worst thing is they're gonna win and look good enough at the end
to keep.
just to keep him, yo. And that's what happened in the game.
Lamar is bailing them out, yo.
So tired of that, yo.
I know Mike Tomlin be looking like, yo, I can't get a quarterback to save my life. And they keep people keep trying to say I should be go, yo. Like,
I heard the Steelers was looking at Flack, bro. It's nasty outside for them.
Crazy for the Steelers,
that's
yo.
nuts.
that's nuts, yo.
Yo, they went from old to older, bro. Like,
Who's got it?
but it's just but it's sickening though because those coaches can do that with that. If they had this, I don't know a lot of coaches that will fumble the bag, yo.
What's also been refreshing to hear, I seen some interviews he's been doing, though I didn't like the hat that he had on in the interviews. DaCosta, I think he had like a Red Sox hat on in the interview.
Oh, jeez.
It was disgusting.
Oh,
looking.
my gosh.
But he was talking about Bateman, and he was talking about how just excited he is for Bateman. Bateman, man, what he
Shook
did,
off. Great
how
season.
he's turned around this season,
Great
because
season.
we was giving him a hard time. Like, we was like, who is that next step up guy? Remember Deontay Johnson came, and we was like, yo, who's going to sit down? We was like, there was
he
a
went
talk.
crazy like every
And he went
week
crazy.
after that.
And he's been going crazy consistently. No drop passes, touchdown machine. I love it.
We've had that foresight before it's on record, before the season started. It was like the talent's there. It's the rhythm because he hasn't stayed healthy.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got the rhythm, got the reps, got the
Got
consistently, that man became a monster at the
man.
end of the year.
Ultra
Every
menace.
week he was in the end zone.
Ultra menace.
Literally, every week he was
Sometimes
in the
multiple
end zone.
times. He was
Bro,
wilding this
the
year.
touchdown against the Chargers when Lamar threw it and it cut like on that one spot where he had to turn around, like it was kind of back shoulders and caught it on the,
Beautiful, yo. Beautiful.
amazing, yo.
I love it.
Amazing.
I hate to keep harping on the recent history, but like, yo, them catches make me mad again at Andrews, yo. Like, yo, y'all nice. Y'all are in the NFL. I don't want to hear that, yo.
You know who's
that's
the person
frustrating.
probably more mad than us? Isaiah Likely.
Yes. Likely probably went
He
in there.
played it professional, but I know he was
I
tight.
caught the touchdown to put us in position on a slide in the sleet
Hit me
snow.
again. I'm hot, coach.
I'm hot, baby.
I'm hot.
They
Why
had him
you-
out there too, yo. He just was the man that was in the
I'm
back of the end
hot.
zone.
Coach, I'm hot.
Coach put me in the
Just
game.
throw it around me. I'm bringing it down with me.
If he, even if he would have dropped, we would have gave him flack. But we all would have said, man, wouldn't have been positioned if he didn't catch that deep one in the end zone in the first place. We wouldn't have killed him
Yeah.
as bad,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah.
We would have been mad,
Andrews
but we'd have been like, yo,
already-
we don't even get there.
And the bad thing was Andrews was already cold. Cause like, all right, the first drop, okay. But that fumble, you iced now. Don't target him.
Yeah, he needed to
Target anybody but him.
He almost need to sit down.
Target anybody but him. No, because he can block, so maybe. But I feel
We got
like
Kolar. You know what I'm saying? We got other tight ends that can block, bro. And Likely is aggressive.
For him.
Likely can block too, yo. People don't, they sleep on that.
But
He
like
is
they gonna be
aggressive
out
with
for
it.
the routes, so it's like,
He be
yeah, man.
pancaking folks.
But he was out there for the route on that
he
play.
was.
He just was the deep, well, not quote unquote. He was the back of the end zone guy, and then Andrews was this guy. So truthfully, it was a read kind of thing where, say if that who was back there would have sunk down on Andrews, Likely would have been open in the back of the end zone.
But the reason it was,
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
They went for Likely. They clearly read that.
Because they went for
Andrews.
They went for Likely because they were scared of him. You know? He was the dude to be
Exactly.
scared of.
He's gonna catch it. They know he's gonna catch it.
But with Andrews, as far
Made a
as
business
I feel like the
decision.
decision that
Great
Lamar
business
made
decision.
with the pass was the one.
It was.
'Cause
Yeah, it was a good decision.
Nobody behind him.
It was the perfect
I mean, in
decision.
front of him. Nobody
I
in
hate
front
when
of
they
him.
say it wasn't a good
He fall
pass.
into the
That
end
was the
zone.
perfect
A lot of
pass.
people,
to me.
a lot of the people I respect was like, get out of here, man.
What are you talking about? Like you have to put that ball right there. Otherwise, if you
it.
put it too high, that's picked
And the
off.
sick part is Josh Allen threw the one to Kincaid or whatever his name is, and it was like, no, that was way worse of a throw than what Lamar threw to him, and it's like, oh.
What? Just to get off of that, because I want to make sure that I highlight this because it's close to about a week now. But it's very good to know that consistency, as far as on the offensive end, is going to be in the building. Todd Monken signed that extension.
Okay.
So now you don't got, it's another year in that playbook, third year. Some of the pieces that were new, like Derrick Henry or whatever, and some of the guys
Same
coming
mainstays.
back, they're here.
That's good.
They should be able to start off a little bit faster. Because remember, the first couple games, some of the reasons they just didn't, they weren't sure what to do with Derrick Henry quite right. It was like, that's why.
That was annoying. We gave all them games up.
They didn't know what to do right away, so I don't expect that next year. But listen, we have a few issues with some of the stuff Monken did, but this year, consistently, he did I thought he did a solid job the first year, but Lamar and them were still trying to figure each other out. This year, consistency-wise, it was really good, man.
Yeah.
It was really good. You
I
could pick
agree.
a play here, you could pick a play there.
In all honesty, our offense was probably the best thing we had in the beginning.
It was.
The
No, that's a
defense was
fact.
what was
Yeah,
struggling.
the defense was atrocious.
So
Our offense was low-key the best in the league.
they just had some weird moments.
yeah, we just
and
would go
pivotal
away
moments.
from
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So it got a little strange.
And they was, like I said, they was trying to figure it out. But it's good to know, like, you bringing some pieces back. You got some pieces that should be healthy. You bringing it back the same system. I don't care what quarterback you got, unless he's, like, typically, like, when they in their 30s and they just literally seen everything, you don't want to keep switching that coordinator. Even with Tom Brady, when they switch coordinators, it literally be to rotating, like, 2 or 3, even like 3 coordinators. They would keep getting, like, Josh McDaniels, the other dude that went to college, and I think it was somebody else. They would lose a job, get fired from somewhere, and then come right back to the Patriots. And they would just keep rotating them same guys for Tom Brady. And it's like, yo, you can't just keep switching new people every 5 seconds. Todd Monken, I was just saying, there's nothing wrong with being a coordinator. Too many of these guys want to be a head. I understand, but that's why I like, remember Rob Ryan? He just was on some wild stuff on the press conference recently, but that's another story. But he was like, I just wanted to be a coordinator. Yo, there's nothing wrong with that.
I respect that.
I mean, he's in college doing whatever ever now, but like, yeah, like, dog, I don't need to be.
I have no
this and this
desire
and
to
that.
go to
If they
the
gonna
top
pay
with
me
it.
good, I get to focus on this. I get to help, especially when
It's
you
a lot
with a
more
generational
pressure.
talent.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And I may only really be good at defense or whatever my specialty is.
Steve Spagnuolo.
Yeah, perfect. It's a perfect
He
job.
might go there into the Hall of Fame as a coordinator. One of the greatest defensive minds ever, yo. Keep winning Super Bowls, yo. Giants now over here with KC. Keep winning Super Bowls. I think you got 4 already. Like, come on, man. There's nothing wrong with that if you just keep building, especially if you got the right pieces. So I'm just wanted to highlight that. Good to see Monken come back. Like I said, we have issues with stuff on there. It was far less issues this year.
Yeah.
It was still a few plays
The
here and
only
there,
thing,
but far less issues.
really, the only major issues this year was just like run the ball when it's working.
Yeah, it was the Derrick Henry usage
Yeah.
that would kind of
It was
confuse
just
us from
like
time to
because I
time.
really
That was
didn't
really
have
it
no
for me.
complaints. Like it wasn't a lot of like the stupid plays.
Yeah, it was
this
really
year.
just
Yeah, it was
the
just like-
usage of Henry. I
Yeah,
didn't
run the ball,
understand,
please.
but I kind of got it once we got to the back end of the season, and I seen that we was trying to save him for the playoffs. I'm pretty sure that's what they was trying to do. Again, I don't have any evidence, but that's what I feel like they was trying to do. Now, going into some things here, we had some guys that was up. Now, we thought they had made it in earlier this season, or I thought they had made it in earlier this season. This is the Hall of Fame that I'm talking about now. They had the announcement of the finalists. That was a super I sweat moment for me, man, when I seen Shannon Sharp presented to his brother Sterling Sharp.
That was phenomenal.
That got me as an older brother, seeing his younger brother present to the older
so
brother.
hard.
That's hard, yo. You don't get to see that a lot.
He said, first of all, he has such, man, he praises his brother so much, man. It's beautiful to see because he basically like, yo, I wouldn't be me. Yeah. Literally, he's the reason why I became this, and his history and all
true
that.
Reverence.
How he was
it
raised.
was real
and stuff.
true reverence for his older brother.
He said as much as I would trade everything that I've earned for him to, if he was able to have that spot, man. And I don't believe he, is just saying that at all just to say it. Like, he really mean that, yo. Like, he love it, yo. Like, we all got, we all got brothers. Like, bro,
y'all see it on here, man.
Yeah, so, it was. I was so happy. It took so long. I understand his career was shortened, but if you look at his numbers, if you remember anything from when we was young and he was playing, and you just look at the numbers and just look at how he played, bro, he was ridiculous. He was arguably the best receiver at one point, and this Jerry Rice was still in the league at one point at that time.
He was going crazy.
He had he was crazy. So it was definitely good to see that. And first brother combo in history.
That's what made it so cool, yo.
That's hard.
Just to see him present it to. He got
Shannon on a whole level.
Yeah, he got to present it to his brother, but unfortunately,
you're gonna cry in that Hall of Fame speech.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, for our guys, Yonda and Terrell Suggs, I know they were the big names. We were hoping they would have got in there, man. I really did think Suggs was going to.
Yeah, Sizzle was one of the ones,
Sizzle was going
bro.
to get in there, bro. That one threw me off a little bit, but
Sizzle was really one of them.
Next year, I know Sizzle going to be in there next year, and probably Yonda. I think both of them maybe Yonda might get pushed back one more. I don't know. It depends on who up next year.
Yeah, it depends.
Salute again to the finalists and all of the people who are selected, the actual people who were actually selected for the nomination as well. Salute to you guys.
And I'm not mad because, there
was some good ones, man.
Put more people
Jared Allen was in there.
Yeah.
This was a monster.
Yeah.
Absolute monster. I remember him. I'll never forget that.
It's crazy that he's
who else was there?
man.
Damn. It was some big names. I have it. Oh, I think I got it up. Okay, so we had Eric Allen. This was the cornerback for
excellent.
Jared Allen, Antonio Gates. That was the other.
Oh yeah.
Totally
Antonio
forgot.
nice.
The great Antonio Gates.
I
I didn't even know he wasn't in there.
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have been in there.
I read it before this even happened. Yo, every year we be like, why is he not in the Hall of Fame?
I had no clue he
it
wasn't
makes
in there.
no sense.
He was an animal.
That's how he was that nice. That's why you just assumed he was in there, yo.
Exactly.
It made
Tony
no
Gonzalez
sense.
level. When I think of tight ends, I think of Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, and them guys. Like, what are you talking about? Why is he not in there?
Ridiculous, yo. But
Played for years too, yo.
The only reason I won't be mad that Suggs and a couple of people didn't get in is because they're gonna get in first of all.
Yeah.
But also, when you look at the list, the class from this year, it looks like people like, yo, they should have been in. Give them their moment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't overcrowd it. Give those guys their moment to have their time to shine. Like we said, Antonio Gates and Sterling Sharp, way too long. Even
Eric Allen too.
Too long. Yeah. Get them their moment, man. Let their speeches be long. Let people get them they flowers while they got it. Y'all guys are y'all first year. Get out, clear the way just a little bit. So that's why I respect it. Now when next year come up, and I won't be overly mad because my guy Eli didn't get in this year. So they even held the royalties out of this shit. Yeah. So if Eli didn't get put in right off the top,
it might be a little bit for my guys then, because Eli getting in there.
They might all get in around with Eli. Because that's a nice class to put together. They just wanted to let some of them other guys that should have been in.
I do like who they selected. Like you
it was
said,
fire.
that was good. That was
definitely
cool.
Fire, yo. Definitely fire.
Salute to the NFL Hall of Fame selectors.
Yeah.
And all that.
Joe
Beasley, what happened with Joe Beasley? I missed this.
Yo, he got comeback player of the year, yo.
What the?
They love Josh Allen and him. They made sure they gave them something by any means, yo.
To be honest, though, I'm gonna sound egregious saying this is a Ravens fan, but to me, I feel like if Joe Burrow was on Josh Allen's team and vice versa, Joe Burrow probably would have. He might be able to do something amazing, yo. He really is great at throwing the ball, yo. Like, we can say that.
I don't know if he would or wouldn't because, yo,
If you got a good
they got
line,
they got
if he had a good
but he
line,
don't have Jamar Chase and Higgins.
That's what I was about to say.
team.
Put Josh Allen on the Cincinnati Bengals. What do you have?
a lot of picks.
I think he might turn the ball over more, but
lot
you're
of
going
picks.
to
You're going to have 7,000 yards passing.
Has he ever had a bad line?
He's had some okay. The Bills actually have always had a pretty
Yeah,
good
that's
line.
true. They
Yeah,
actually.
the
They've always had
Bengals
pretty
line is horrible,
You're right.
bro. Like
You're right.
I think he would throw for crazy numbers,
But the
bro,
weapons
but he
is
would
what
have
I'm
like
saying.
18
Them weapons is
interceptions.
really what I'm saying.
he would
Give him the
have
weapons.
The
yo.
25 interceptions in the season.
Absolutely.
I'm just laughing because it just felt like this year, because Lamar having an amazing season didn't get offensive play. It felt like they wanted to make sure he walked away with nothing. And the guys that they love, particular, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen walked away. The comeback play of the year?
Yeah.
How? First of all, he's one
I
of
guess they
the
was
top
in
five
the playoff push. After
Bro, he's
being
one
so
of the top
bad.
5 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
It's not like he came back from a career-threatening injury. He hurt his hand midway through the season.
Yeah.
He's a great player. He came back and was healthy and had an excellent season. Lamar, that means Lamar should have won it one of them years when he came. Come on.
Who was one of the finalists? I don't know who the other people were. 'Cause
Lamar
I can't
Hamlin
really
might have
say.
been. I don't remember.
I feel like Hamlin would have been a better selection than Hamlin.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, no, he's
if I'm not, he literally died on the field.
Yeah. He had an amazing.
If I'm not mistaken,
And he did pretty good this year.
played
He was
well.
actually really
he's
good
all right.
this year.
Yeah, he's all right. He's an all right
he
player.
played pretty well, yo.
If I'm not mistaken, I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or if y'all know off top. Like, I think this is Joe Burrow's second time winning it.
What?
I think I could be wrong, and if that makes
That's
no
sickening.
sense for a
That's disgusting.
quote unquote future Hall of Fame
Yeah,
quarterback.
you just wanted his name on
revered.
Yeah, they just wanted to
You
have
wanted his
something.
name on the
It's highly
program.
revered.
Y'all really wanted his name on the program that bad, yo, to give him comeback
I'm
player
about
of
to
the
check
year.
right
That's
now,
sickening.
yo, so I can make sure I'm.
That's the
accurate
most
with this. We got a
disgusting
little
thing
bit
I
of
may
time,
have
yo.
ever heard in my life. Yo. I don't even know if I'd have been
How
there to
many
accept
times
that
can you?
award.
Yes, 2-time comeback player of the year. Ow, this should be reserved for like guys you know like. Yo, he's in the class. He's in the class and has more than a guy like Alex Smith, who almost died, literally almost died, breaking his leg.
Like,
Damar Hamlin literally died on the field and got brought back to life and didn't win it. Flacco came back last year and won it. We thought he was done.
Yeah.
We didn't
Led a
know
team
what
to
he
the
was
playoff.
doing.
That's the people who should win it. You have this is the guy you kept saying for the longest was second best, the third, better than Lamar. But you gave him come back twice.
yeah, we gotta give him an award.
So y'all don't expect much from him, I guess. Actually, if you want to
Now
keep it real,
that
this is
meme that I
crazy.
saw of him is hilarious. I can't really say what it was, but I'll show y'all the picture of it later. That meme was hilarious of the MVP trophies. Then they put a little like sympathy one on the top of Allen's MVP, and then they
Oh yeah.
You saw what I'm talking about, yo. That was hilarious, bro. Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow. They had a different award. I won't say what it was. It was hilarious,
Something
man.
that was shiny for him.
Golly, yo, that's what they had. You just had to have that, just to satisfy you.
And you know what's so crazy? I know this is sacrilegious, probably. When I watched Hard Knocks, I don't even necessarily dislike Joe Burrow, yo.
Yeah.
I don't. I think he's okay.
Yo, he's nice.
Like
bro.
I was like, man, he seemed pretty cool, yo. Like we want him to get nothing on that field.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic thing for him not to make the playoffs. But when I was like, man, he seemed cool.
Yeah.
So it's like I really don't
think
even
if
want to
he could go to
cook him
another
like
team
that.
and
I saw him doing interviews recently. I don't want to cook him like that. But y'all keep putting him in these positions.
Yeah.
First of all, we can't like him regardless, yo.
We can't like
And then
him.
y'all doing all this extra stuff. You making us want to hate people, yo. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm
him
saying
awards.
hate in just a sense of, in football terms,
annoying,
but not in
yeah.
real life. But you know what I mean? It's like, stop doing this.
Couldn't give him MVP, so we gotta give him something.
They said, yeah, they
I
had to
ain't
give him
gonna lie.
something.
I ain't
They
gonna
said
lie,
Josh
though.
Allen, my bad. They said Josh Allen got the Joel Embiid award, yo.
That's hilarious.
we just gotta give it to
They had to
somebody
give it to
else.
It was the voters' fatigue, nasty work.
Nasty
vote, bro.
work.
Oh man, yo.
And we don't like either one of them quarterbacks on the field. But
No, absolutely
But
not. Absolutely not.
I like Joe Burrow over Josh Allen for real. Like still, I still think he a better
Something
quarterback.
about Joe Burrow that don't give me like the leadership. You know how y'all would say y'all want him to be vocal. I don't feel that a lot.
But imagine if he was on Tampa Bay, where Baker Mayfield is, where he got a serviceable line and 2 still premier wide receivers. He would throw he would have an egregious.
He's good.
season if they
He's a
was
good
out
quarterback. I'm not gonna
He's a
lie
good
about that.
quarterback. And they have more.
I feel like he's the best.
And that organization,
passer.
I will give them a credit.
Outside of Lamar Jackson,
I will give them credit. That organization, like for instance, like Tampa Bay has way more stability because he be begging. I don't want to do this for him, but he do be begging for them to pay his top guys. He was begging for them to bring Hendricks back. He's like, just pay him whatever he needs.
Yeah.
But that's another. I'm not praising him, man. Get out of here. But out of all of, I just want to hark back on what we touched in the beginning real quick. You got guys like Dan Orlovsky, backup to the backup, who barely played, voting for blah blah blah, and he came up with these dumb excuses. Salute. Because a real one, I know people want to hate him or hate on him because he was winning and all of that, and sometimes stuff was shaky with calls and stuff. But Tom Brady voted for Lamar Jackson.
Tough. But Tom,
I trust him way more than I trust Dan Orlovsky.
I don't understand how he got the vote. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, how do they get selected? How do they get selected?
How does Emmanuel Acho have a vote?
How does he have a vote? He played 2 years in the
Please
NFL.
explain this to me.
He didn't even play
There
that
are people I've seen that don't have a vote, and I'm like, why don't they have a vote?
Is it because they're a part of the press? Is that why?
You have that is a part of it,
That's
but it's just
sickening.
like
That disgusts me. That absolutely disgusts me.
Tom Brady said.
And
yo,
then I don't like, when does the vote happen?
right after it's like the week, like a couple days after the last game of the season.
Oh, so it does happen. Okay, so they did
Yeah,
it. All
you
right,
can't-
cool.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just making sure then.
So that's what makes it more egregious.
I didn't know when
though.
the
How
vote
could you
happened.
not have Lamar at that point?
It is.
Well,
what it is.
yeah, that makes it a little more.
Even hold on. Even I think Tony Romo has a vote as well. Tony Romo isn't the Dan Orlovsky. He should be under question. He said I would give it to what's his name because he said because he hasn't gotten one yet. He feels like he should have one. What are we talking about
This
here?
isn't a sympathy award.
It is
yo.
what it
It's
is.
whoever
Steve
played
Nash,
the
yo.
best.
That's
We don't
Steve
care
Nash
anymore.
shit,
Listen, you know why we shouldn't care anymore? Yeah,
Because
this
it's
is Steve Nash
fraudulent
story.
at this point.
Because and not even just to get this. Honestly, like who's back in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That boy Pat. He ain't talking about an MVP.
Neither one of them MVP.
He didn't make the Pro Bowl.
You knew he wasn't
I don't
MVP
care nothing about
He
that.
didn't make the Pro Bowl.
I don't care, bro. Like, how we winning?
Stop
Why are we? He
pacifying them quarterbacks.
said, I already got two. I made Pro Bowls. It's about winning at this
Yeah, I
point.
wanna
So
win,
that,
bro.
I am on that train now. It's just about winning. Let these other people get it. Do whatever y'all got to do. It is what it is. But I just want to highlight Peyton Manning. He be like, Lamar can beat you. And so I'm looking at Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, two of our
of
lifetime
all time.
growing up. Those
Yeah.
are probably the
Those
two
are our
best.
greatest quarterbacks
Our greatest
I've
quarterbacks.
ever seen.
They in the top 10.
Until the new
period.
generation came up, those are clearly our
those are the
greatest
guys.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They both talk about Lamar in the highest of highest regards. So I'll listen to those guys before I listen to the backup.
Yeah.
Try to explain why. So if I'm Lamar, that's my MVP right there.
Yeah.
I getting respect from the upper echelon guys, that holds way more weight to me at this point in my career.
Yeah.
Than these other random people who just talking just to be talking. So honestly, if I'm Lamar, I'm the type of person to take the positive stuff. I'm taking that. I hear them say that. That's what's up. I don't care. I have two already. I don't
The
even
GOATs
care.
respect me.
Let's get the win now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
GOATs
wanna
respect
win,
me.
yo.
Because
So
when I
I care
walk through that
about.
Hall of Fame, all of them gonna look at me as one of
First
them,
ballot.
yo.
You know it's gonna be
Yeah.
first
Oh yeah,
ballot.
first ballot.
And
Already. Nothing else have to happen.
Yeah.
It's
Easy.
first ballot.
Yeah. He don't even, like you said,
At
he don't even
20
got to win in this first
now.
ballot Hall of Fame.
He's first ballot at 28 years old.
Still
The first year that
4,
he's
5
eligible.
more of them good years.
The first year that he's eligible, he's going to be the top
When he
guy.
get that trophy, we all might shed a thug tear, yo.
Yeah.
I'm
yo.
going. I ain't even gonna say Mike. I'm going.
Ugly cry. yo.
I'm in Canton, yo. I'm in Canton, bro. I'm there, bro.
I'm gonna be in the T in front of the. I don't know. I might be whatever I'm talking about the Super Bowl. I'm like anything is possible.
Oh, if we get to the Super,
Bro,
don't let my man win.
That's what I'm talking
you
about. When he
win
gets to the
this
Super Bowl,
yo.
the
Expect for
Denzel
us
tear
to be
might drop,
egregious.
yo. Like,
Nah, for Lamar, I wanted that so bad for him, man.
yeah.
Still the greatest quarterback in the league right now. Yeah, man.
You got to get that ring though. I can't.
He does gotta get the
I'm gonna
ring.
be honest. Out of respect and just to also
Well, Patrick.
make
Yeah,
sure
Patrick
we
Mahomes.
keep him to the high standard. Pat got the rings.
Gotta
Just want
get it done
Lamar
in
to
the
get
big
up there.
game.
Once Lamar get one of them joints, let's have these combos.
We're going to have him when it's worthy. Yeah, I don't even want to jinx it. Another week, man. Appreciate y'all listening.
Appreciate y'all.